Hello and welcome to the Green Wine Summit once again. We are here with Erin Fitzgerald, and she is the Director of Dairy Management, Inc. Tomorrow, Erin's going to be with us. She's going to be giving a keynote speech, and she's going to be talking about some of the things that the dairy industry has done to green their business. So the first thing, Erin, what I'd love to ask you, well, first, welcome to Sonoma County.
Thanks for having me.
How exciting. You're out in wine country. We have a lot of dairies here, too.
Yes, we're all happy.
Yes, lots of dairies. In fact, I think it was only about 10 years ago, or maybe it's 20 now, time flies, that the dairy or wine industry actually kind of surpassed the dairy industry here locally. But huge industry here. So what is like one of the key things that you've done as an industry to really turn things around for you?
Well, the first thing we did is we actually conducted an industry-wide carbon footprint. And you can't do anything until you own your entire value chain and realize as an industry that we ultimately deliver our carbon footprint from the farm all the way to the consumer.
Right.
So that was our first step, really.
Yeah, that's a big one. It was like the wine industry. It was with the Wine Institute, California Wine Institute, the California Wine Grape Growers Association. Everybody got together to put together a plan. Now, have you, and like in the wine industry, they put together a sustainable code of wine growth. Have you done, the dairy industry has obviously done some pretty progressive things.
There's a lot of books and codes such as that, but one thing that I believe in personally is that you can measure and you can't measure to innovate. And what we really focus on is how to innovate. And there's been a lot of barriers to success for the dairy industry. It's a commodity, push-driven industry, so how do we get the entire industry to begin to innovate? And that really required the entire value chain to come together.
Right.
And that's what we focused on. That was our second step. We brought in 280 various, from the farm all the way to Walmart, from trucking, insurance companies, financial institutions to sit together and really hammer out new solutions to deliver to our consumer.
And so initially was there pushback? I mean, what happened? I mean, obviously you presented, you had new numbers, you laid out a plan for people, but you have made great progress. But
yes. The first thing was that everybody was arguing over what their number was, and you can say, oh, my number's big, my number's small, but at the end it really doesn't matter. I mean, we're all big, and to get everyone to realize that, like, look, we're big, and we got to do something about it. And that was at that moment that everyone kind of said, okay, we can start to lead. Because it really doesn't matter at the end of the day what your carbon footprint is.
Right.
You just have to reduce.
Yeah, and it's about activating. So what are like one of the key things? What are the key things that people do to reduce as far as dairy farms are concerned?
The first thing is really simple, like doing an energy audit, like you would do in your home. Surprisingly, that's like the number one step. You know, like, well, did I turn off my lights, or am I running fans, and just very simple things. And a lot of the energy audits are even free, so that's one of the simple steps.
And I guess just like the wine industry, you're dealing with water issues.
Absolutely. That's one of the, in fact, what you'll learn is, unlike other industries, we decided to focus on the carbon aspects, which is really difficult because it's all integrated. But water is definitely a big deal. The cows consume a considerable amount of water and need water to actually produce milk. So this is top of mind that we got to look at.
So within the ranchers and the dairy farmers, is there what kind of innovative programs have come out? Has there been? I would imagine there's been a lead from some of the farmers coming out and some of the things that they've innovated on. Is there some good examples of that?
Absolutely, it's amazing. Once we got the industry together, we had 23 projects that came out of the summit this past June, and they're at various stages of business development. But we do think that it'll be considerable savings. One of the easiest ones is obviously energy audits. The amount of savings is just unbelievable. We believe in cow power, that cows can actually power whole cities.
Methane.
Yeah, and then simple things like, you look at UPS, just take right turns. Well, believe it or not, the dairy industry is one of the top fleets in the United States. There's that much milk that's traveling every day. So, we can be part of the solution too.
Well, I never thought about that, but I guess, there just must be. There's a lot of milk being moved.
There's a lot of milk.
People drink a lot of milk.
Yes.
That's amazing. Well, great. I really appreciate you coming today, and thanks for coming to Sonoma County, and we look forward to your keynote speech.
That's great.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.